Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yash and today I will do a video about project panning in my makeup collection and a little bit of fragrance and whatnot. Okay, so project pan is a project that you do for your makeup or the products that you have at home, so you use it until completion before you purchase or open a new one in your collection. So I have built a massive collection in my makeup and just in my beauty in my beauty collection for a couple of years now. Not a couple of years, a few years, I would say, since 2016, I would say. So I have a lot of products that I want to finish or try to finish because I just feel so bad that they're just sitting in my collection and I can't do anything about it. And no, they're just sitting in my collection and they're not getting the love that they need. So this video, I have compiled a bunch of products that I'm going to try to use as much as possible in the months of September and October. And I'm going to give you one update in the month of October, and then I'm going to give you another update slash another roll in of products that I will do in November because I just want to keep it fresh and easy for myself as well. This is my introduction, and keep on watching to see what other products I'm going to pan. Starting with the brows, I only have one brow pencil, which is the Shiseido brow pencil, so I'm not going to do much for that anyways, so we'll keep on using it until. This is the eye primer I'm currently using. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre, and I've had this for a couple of years now where the texture has gone quite dry, so I look forward to finishing this one. For eye primers, I'm actually quite good as I just have one more in stock, but I also feel like, why did I buy that so soon? Because I still have a long way to go before I can finish this one. So hopefully I will use more of it during these 2 months and I'll show you my progress in. For eyeshadow, I'm gonna use this palette, I Want It All, from Kylie Cosmetics, Blue Blood by Jeffree Star. As you can see, these are quite old palettes. I'm gonna use this one single shadow from Etude House and this Physicians Formula liquid eyeshadow, as well as this ColourPop sticks. I have a huge collection of eyeshadow palettes. So this fluffy brush, I'm gonna go in with this white-ish creamy shade called Butter Frosting. If you have this palette, it's great. If you don't, it's okay. You can see I already hit pan in there, so I think this will be quite quick to finish. And I'm just going to pop that right underneath my brow bone as a highlighting shade and also like a transition thing so everything can blend out smoother. And I'm just tapping that all over. I'll go in with a little bit more and then gonna hit the crease as well. I'm focusing on the upper area of my eyelid, and then I'm just gonna use circular motions and blend it all in. I'm just leaving this part empty because I have other plans for that, but for now I'm just gonna do this. Using the same brush, I'm gonna go in with this 1942 brown shade. It's just a normal brown shade. If you don't have a shade like this, you can also use your bronzer. And I'm gonna put this, tap it in my crease straight ahead, and I'm just going to blend it in like so. So I just put it in my crease and I'm just blending that. I'm just windshield wiper motions and just bringing it up sort of like this. So there's just a little bit of brown going on in there. I'm gonna go in with this blue shade called Disease, and it has a little bit of shine to it. I'm just picking it up on this fluffy, dense fluffy brush. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm just picking it up and then I will just place it on the outer corner. So I'm tapping it in and you can see the color is deposited. I'm just gonna tap it everywhere like so. And then just gonna blend, circular motion, slowly just blend all the corners out. And I'm gonna go in back and just darken the shade a little bit. You can actually see the blue. And I'm also kind of doing it in this diagonal shape. So the most color will be down here and then least up there. And I'm gonna just shimmy it back and forth until it's like the outer part of my lid is covered with this. I'm gonna go in with this shadow stick in the shade Hummingbird. It's metallic, and I'm just gonna drag it all across the lid. Oh, it's a little bit dry, so I'm just gonna warm it up in the back of my hand until I can get some pigment going. Okay, I'm gonna make sure everywhere. Okay, now I'm just gonna, yes. It's kind of dry, but at least it's doing the job. And I'm just going to basically fill my whole lid with that. It went back to dry again, so I'm gonna warm it up again and then back on the lid. You know what? It's too dry. I put it onto the back of my hand. I'm gonna see if I can use a brush to pick it up. Barely. Okay, I'm just gonna use it for today's look, and after that I'm just gonna discard it because this is kind of old and I honestly do not want to deal with this anymore because I just have so many other eyeshadow palettes I could be using. I don't know how I feel about it. It just sucks that it's dry, otherwise it would have been a pretty color. Okay, did it all over my lid. This one's, I did it a little bit higher, so I'm gonna try to match that. Kind of like in a faux cut crease kind of thing. Okay, that's it. I don't think I'm gonna get any more product out of this. I don't want to depot it or anything, so this is just gonna go into a declutter. That's fine. So I'm gonna use this flat brush and I'm just going to try to wiggle the shade to look a little bit more blended, and it's stuck in place. I have 3 other eyeshadow sticks. Let's see if I can use them. So this is a warning for anybody who is buying eyeshadow sticks from ColourPop. Make sure you use it regularly or it is going to dry out and it's gonna not be nice. At least it looks decent on the eyes. Can you tell? What I'm gonna do next is take the same flat brush. I'm gonna dig into this gold shade just a little bit. It still works, so that's good. Dig into this gold shade and I'm just gonna layer it over here at the beginning of my lid. It's like a gold teal kind of thing going on, like so. I'm just gonna swipe it over here, so on the inner corner to half, like so. We are gonna leave it here, and I know it looks messy, but we're gonna trust the process on this one. Going back with the same blue shade that we picked up in the beginning, and just gonna tap it like so. Make sure everything is just blended. Want any like weird lines going on, so I'm just circling motions, blending it in. Metallic, I am just going to use a bit. Let's see, let me test it out first if it comes out. Ooh, that is actually very pretty. Okay, it glide on very nicely, and I'm just gonna pop this right in the center over here. Like so. On the other side, I'm just gonna use a clean brush, not a clean brush, this is the same gold brush, and just gonna fan it out. Okay, so once it's there, it just kind of stays put, so I'm just gonna use my finger to spread it out a bit. Okay, up close it gives weird vibes, but from far away you can't really tell. Maybe this one is not that centered, so I'm gonna do one more dot, and then I'm just gonna use my finger, spread it out. I think this one, if you use by itself on the lid, it will look so pretty. On top of the blue, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. You see? Does it look nice? Anyways, we're gonna call this makeup trusting the process while trying to, I think once I do the whole face and I put on the mascara and the lashes, it will look better. This 4 items will be my project pan for the next few months, and I'm gonna report back in October to show you my progress, and I'm gonna tell you if I have added any new things to it. Now I'm also going to clean up the edges a bit, so this is just a wet makeup eraser wipe, and I'm just gonna clean the edges. There was not a lot of downfall, so I don't need to care about that. Moving on to the next step, we have primer, and I've got 2 primers. This is a more hydrating primer, and this is a pore filling primer. For the pore filling one, I just put it in my T-zone, and I've used quite much of this. There's not much left. There's only like around this much left in the primer, so I think I can really finish that really quickly. So I'll just put it on my pore problem areas, and I really like this primer because it was not that expensive. I will list the price somewhere, and then it is pore filling. It's just that you need to give it a second to set. And then in addition to that, I also have 3 other primers. So I'm not going to be purchasing any new primers unless I run out of those first. Now, I put that on my T-zone, but I usually use this hyaluronic primer on my perimeters. So I will just go like a streak here and a streak here. So this primer is actually very good as well on days that my skin is having more issues. I will just use this primer all over the face as well because it's just that good. It's really hydrating, but would I spend that much on a primer? Not again, unless like I really cannot find anything that is drugstore version of this, then I would buy it. But then so far I think there might be a drugstore version of this out there. I just have to go and find it. So I just bought that because I just wanted to buy something more on the high end. So if you are going to spend that money, so far I have no more, I don't have another dupe for this. So if you have this primer or you're thinking about buying this primer, I would say go for it because it's very skin soothing. It's very hydrating because it has hyaluronic acid, and it also is matte in the same way, not as matte as a pore filling primer, but it is matte enough to keep your skin matte all day, and I really like a matte primer, so I definitely I'm just gonna pick up, really disperse the product in the brush, and I'm just gonna go on the high points of my face and just place it using the brush. And there's not much of a difference because it's so small. I would not say small, not as shiny, but it just gives a little bit of prepping to your face. I definitely like this Jeffree Star one more. Yes, I don't support his brand anymore, and I haven't bought any of his products since the Pink Religion launch. I haven't bought anything from him because it's like he's just a problematic character for me, but I still have his products, so I am gonna use it up. I'm not just gonna throw it away. So I'm just gonna drop a little bit, one dollop of this. So this one, little goes a long way. So it's really like, I'm glad I bought this back in the day, but I didn't need so many, so that was crazy of me to get so much. So I'm just really coat the brush with the primer, and this one you can actually see the shine coming through. Now you can see, oh, this is one of the things that make it look like glass skin underneath like a full coverage foundation. I am a full coverage foundation girl, so I really like to use liquid primers if I'm doing a very intense glam, and you can just see the shine is so nice. I'm gonna be using these two, and I'm gonna update you if I finish it, either one of them. I think this one is gonna finish soon. As you can see, there's already a little bit of gaps in here, so I'm really good about color correctors because this is the only color corrector that I own, and I'm really tempted to buy the Huda Beauty Full Filter Color Corrector because I've seen my friend use it and it's so beautiful, but I can't use it until I at least hit pan on this or I finish one. So I just use the peach one on a flat shader brush and just put it underneath my eye to correct my dark circles. And you can see it really hid my dark circle really well. And this way I don't need to use a lot of concealer because the color corrector does the job so well. I used to use an orange one. I used to have like an LA Girl color corrector in the orange one, and the orange shade, and that was really intense for my skin tone. So once I got this, I started using it and it was really pretty. I actually bought this because I saw Pony Syndrome. I don't know if you know her. She is a Korean makeup artist and YouTuber, and she used this and it really looks so nice on her skin, so I thought I will use it too. Recently I've gained a lot of redness on my face, so for that I have to use a green color corrector. So I use another flat brush like this and just pick up the green color corrector and just put it in the areas that have the most redness or any pimples coming out, like so. And then I will just use whatever is on the brush and just tap it in place to cancel out the redness. The thing with color correctors are that little goes a long way. I used to have the LA Girl color corrector in the green one as well, and that was really nice because it looks like it is a very liquidy concealer, and it was so nice, but it's fine. The only bad thing about this pot concealer is like it will peel. As you can see, I had a little bit of redness there, but now I feel like it has a scab. So that's the only bad thing. Like, I need to make sure like my skin is really hydrated when I'm using this product. Moving on to the next one is a pot concealer, and this is the NARS Medium Dark 1 Biscuit. Is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And once I already had pan on this, and once this finishes, I am going to use the one in the Sems. So, but if you are looking for a concealer that gets the job done and works like foundation, I would say purchase this one, because this coverage is just so good. And I'm just using a dome shaped concealer brush, and it's also little goes a long way. Like, one dip will be able to hide all the dark spots in one side of my face, and you can see. I'll just show you. It honestly works like foundation. You can actually use any concealer to make it a full coverage thing as well and make it work like foundation, but I just like to be extra, so I like to have both. And then just cancel out any like dark spots I have in my face, so that I can make sure that my base products are gonna go on so well. Project panning, I actually have 3 products. One is the Super Goop Protected Daily SPF. So I usually wear this once if I know I'm gonna go outside of my house today. Of course, I use daily SPF on a daily before as a last step of my skincare routine as well. But I like to use this if I know I'm gonna go out for an extra layer of protection for my skin. And then this one is quite good, but it's very light coverage. So I am eyeing the Fenty Beauty one next. So I'm really excited to finish this. I think having a SPF tint in your makeup routine really during the summertime really helps to give you that extra protection. So I really like this one for that purposes. But for today, I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline foundation. You can see that there's already gaps in here. It means I'm almost about to finish it. And then this ColourPop tinted moisturizer. Now this one, I like it, but it's too less coverage for me. So that's why I usually mix these two to get the finish I like, because this one is too drying, and then this one is too emollient and light. So I mix them so I can get one. So I do 1 pump of this and 1 pump of this as well. This is so drying, and it looks a little bit like that. And I'm gonna go in with the Dome foundation brush. And first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna mix the shades up with a mask spatula. So I'm just gonna mix the shade up, make sure that they're mixed really well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply the foundation in a thin layer, spread it out as evenly as possible. I like to focus more on my cheeks. That's where I like to get the most coverage for it. And then the other side as well. So apart from this, I do have stick foundations. For stick foundation, I use them for underpainting method to put on my foundation. I feel like that's the best way. But when I'm ready, when I'm in a rush, of course, I just put it all over my face. And I do use a stick foundation when I am traveling, just because of the ease of it. And I just go in as much as possible. Then what I do is just, again, prime the brush with the foundation, and I'm just gonna bounce it in place. You can see it is such a nice coverage. I am going to be traveling this month later on, so I will bring a stick foundation with me. It will most likely be the ColourPop one because it's just easy to put in when I am traveling. Also, I don't need to worry about the bottle breaking. I use the Super Goop foundation. What I do is I just put a dollop of this on a plate or put a dollop on my face, and I'm just go in with a brush and just start with the cheeks and then bring it elsewhere. I don't like to put that much foundation on my forehead because it tends to look a little bit dry. As you can see, the foundation is really clinging on to the dry spots there. So I like to mainly focus on the face and just bring it down to the chin. If I'm feeling a little bit extra, I will use, when I'm going for a more full coverage glam type of look, I will use a cream bronzer, and this is the Huda Beauty Tantour Contour and Cream Bronzer in the shade Light. And the good thing about this is I've already hit pan in there, but there is still a lot of product. Even though they say this is light, it looks a little bit dark on my skin, so I have to using sparingly. And I will go in with this Real Techniques contour fan brush, and I really like this brush. I'm just gonna pick it up nicely. I'm very good on my project pan with cream bronzers. I know that a lot of companies are coming out with cream bronzers right now, and I really want to buy it, especially the Luna Beauty one. It just came out. I want to buy that one so bad. And then I also want to get the Rare Beauty liquid bronzer because it looks so pretty. I also want to try the Makeup by Mario one, but I'm gonna wait for this one and my Wet n Wild to finish before I get it. So what I like to do is just put it over here like a guide on the other side as well, just where my cheekbones would be, because this is not a contour, it's more like a bronzer, so I use it as such. If it was a more cooler tone, I will put it underneath my cheekbones, but since it is just my tone, I like to use it as a bronzer. And then just gonna dab a little here, dab a little here, on the sides of my nose, on the bridge of my nose, cut the jawline. The good thing about this cream bronzer is because it's so creamy, even though I've had it for a long time, it is so creamy that I don't need a lot of this. And what I like to do is just blend it like so. I know it looks like a dark patch, but don't worry, we will fix it out. And see, it blends so nicely. I'm just going to show you one side on my face first so you can see how well it blends. I'm really sad that I don't know if she still sells this, but it's one of the most creamiest bronzers that I've tried. And you can see, like, this is what I will expect from any future bronzing drops that I have. So how I blend it is I just tap it in place while pushing it back. And it just blends itself. Like, I don't even need to do much effort with this. So this is really nice. On the forehead, you can see. Next is cream blushes. So we've got two in here. I've got the Huda Beauty Watermelon Pop and also the Rare Beauty in the shade Happy. I also have two more cream blushes. As you can see, I'll put in a picture here. For cream blushes, I think they are okay to collect in different shades, because even if I'm not doing a full glam, I will still wear a cream blush because it's just that pretty. So what I like to do is get on the back of my hand before going onto my face. I don't like going directly on my face because then it will lift up any of the product that I put on. So what I like to do is get it on the back of my head, maybe like 1 drop or so. And I'm a blush blindness girl, so I really like take in the product really well. Again, just priming the brush, and I will this is a flat face angled brush, and it's quite sparse, not as dense, so I really like this. And I will just put it in my blush placement area, and just like so. And this way it will not lift up my foundation as well, and it will just give that nice blushy glow. So I just like to put it here, bring it just a little bit at the center of my face and bring it back. So I like all of this area to be blushy. And because I'm using a full coverage foundation, I will need at least 2 of this Rare Beauty ones. Usually if I'm just doing a skin tint, I just need 1, but because I have a full coverage foundation on, that's the only reason I need 2. And today I'm going to use a Rare Beauty blush because I want to go for a little bit of more pinky glow. And this Rare Beauty blush, I really like it as well because it also lasts a lot longer. What I really want to buy is the Glow Recipes watermelon blush, because I had a sample of that, and when I got it, I literally could not put it down. I would use it every single day. I'm wearing makeup, I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, I'm just doing a little bit. I'm going to the gym, I'm going to the beach, I'm using this one. The Rare Beauty one is a little bit too pigmented to use for like get away with like wearing makeup to the beach, but the Glow Recipe one, they did something with that. That is so pretty. I really want to get that one. So probably, since it's my birthday, I might treat myself with that one, but I'm just afraid if I buy it, I will stop using the Rare Beauty one. So I'll see what I want to do. And I know some people don't like putting blush on the chin, but I think it's really cute, so I'm gonna go ahead. In my inventory, yes, I have 3, but in real every day I use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Vanilla Swirl 3.1B and the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in C 4.5. And what I like to do is, because for full coverage it's quite heavy, what I do is just draw a little dot here, a little dot there. And even though I don't need a lot of concealer, I just like to make my under eyes a little bit brighter. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to wet this beauty blender and then I'm going to come back. So while I let my foundation sit, I just go ahead and just blend everywhere that I feel like, actually all over my face, just to make my face a little bit more seamless and more blended, and just pick up the product. So I'm not using a super wet beauty blender. I just try to squeeze as much as I can out of it. And then this one will actually, can you see? Sometimes it happens where you're using a beauty blender and then the product has been picked up by it because you use too much force. Don't worry, you just go in with the previous step that you just did and then just tap right over it. You can probably fix the mistake, and that's why you can go heavy-handed with the concealer, because I'm just going to spread that everywhere. This concealer is so good. It probably will be in my repurchase. Okay, so for the Jeffree Star concealer, which is super light for me, I just like to do a little bit of brightening, and I just like to place a little dot here, a little dot here, a little bit on my chin, Cupid's bow, kind of the bridge on my nose, over here and just here. Just kind of clean up a little bit and brighten the face. For this one, I don't like to wait. I like to go straight in ahead. So I like to blend and clean up this area first, followed by the other cheek, the center of my faces. Next is setting the face. I'm pretty good about not buying so many setting powders. I usually just buy them as I finish them. So this is almost finished, and I use like a proper setting powder or foundation powder every day, even if I'm not wearing like a full glam. I'm just doing an everyday look. I'm still wearing a setting powder just to like even out my skin tone and set my concealer if I'm wearing any. So what I like to do is I like to get this huge fluffy brush and just get in there and make sure I have no crease, and I will just set my under eyes like so. So this is what I like to do before I go in with a setting powder and a loose powder. So the only the pressed setting powder I have is the Rimmel one, and I was really excited to try that one. For setting powders, I would love to stick to just one, but I haven't found one apart from the Makeup Forever, what was it? The Makeup Forever Velvet HD powder. Oh, that powder was so good and really did what it said, which is like make your skin into velvet, and it's so pretty. And that one was the only one that I really compare anything else to, but since I'm on this makeup journey, I really don't want to buy that one, and that's why I'm gonna start on my Rimmel journey. This just fell, part of it just fell on the ground. Okay, I need to do some recon for this, but then I'll be back. So I'll be using that powder sooner than I think, so I'm really happy about that. And I just like to take a big fluffy brush and just set my whole face like so. I like to bake my face no matter I'm doing an everyday look, I'm going to work, I'm going to like just every day. I like to go in with a loose setting powder to bake my face. It just helps my face. I've been doing this ever since I started doing makeup, and it's one thing that I will never live down. It also helps me to get minimal touch-ups throughout the day as well. Like I'm usually very good to go unless I'm outside for more than 10+ hours, which I rarely am. I'll be outside for more than 10+ hours maybe on like a Friday or a Saturday, but usually I'm just less than 10 hours. So baking really helps to set my face, and what I like to do is go in with a powder puff. I know you see the people doing the trick, flatten it. I don't care. I don't care. I just like, I flatten it out on my face. Like this is where I will bake. And a powder puff really helps to disperse the product if you are putting it on your face. So I don't need to flatten it out at the back of my hand and to go everywhere, especially on my pimples. I really like to bake my pimples to accelerate the process. So once I'm doing makeup and I see a pimple coming in, I will bake it, and it would accelerate the pimple forming process, and it'll be gone after in a few days. I'm just going to bake the sides of my face. This powder is really good. As you know, I have like I think 4 more or 5 more, and I'm really excited to finish it. But powders are, I don't know why I keep biting them. I keep thinking, okay, I'm gonna use a loose powder if I'm done with my setting powder, but I can't do that. for me, my brain cannot comprehend that I can use a loose powder to set my face apart from baking. So like if I am, yes, traveling, then yes, I like to use loose. I would just bring one loose powder and that'll be it. But for every day, I like to use like loose powder just to bake. So that's the only reason why it's a slower progress for me. I am really going to try my best. Use a loose powder to set my face, not only bake. So let's see how it goes once I finish that Rimmel and Easy Bake pressed powder. So after that, what I like to do is bronze. For bronzer, I'm pretty good. I don't contour because not into it. I'm not into it. Okay, so I don't like to contour, but I have this palette from Physicians Formula. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Collection X Wiley Hong, and as you can see, I have used these bronzers I've used this bronzer quite a bit, and my bronzer collection is quite okay as well. And so I will just dip in. This deep bronzer is actually very pigmented, so what I like to do with after I take a nice load on the brush, and I like to use a slider brush, just tap some at the back of a tissue, and then I will just place where I put my bronzer. Usually if I'm in a hurry, I would just skip this step, but since I can take my time today, most days I can take my time and I'm really lucky for that. Since I can take my time, that's why I will just, whatever creams I just use powders on top to make sure the longevity really stays. Today I started doing my makeup a little bit late, so I will be taking off my makeup in a couple of hours, but usually next time I will try my best to do a wear time test for you to show you how this full beat glam actually lasts the whole day. So wait for that video when it comes out. I do have planned to make it, so I will make it. All right, so for blush, I do have a little bit of obsession with powder blush. 2016, there was no blush. There was just bronzer, highlighter, you're done. I was not like that. I actually quite enjoyed blushes, and I always try to find a really pink blush. Now for pink blushes, for the blushes I'm going to try to finish is this, the one I panned, the apricot one, or this pink one in Kylie Cosmetics palette. And I do have quite a bit of a blush collection. I will not be buying any powder blushes because I think I need any, unless there's a super baby pink one, because I just feel like I don't have a baby pink blush in my collection. And honestly, sometimes I will use blush as my eyeshadow as well, even though I have so many eyeshadow and I shouldn't do that, but I just can't help myself. So I'm just using the pink blush from the Kylie palette to bring back a little bit of cute pinkness on my face. You can see the makeup looks like makeup. I'm not gonna lie, whenever you put on makeup, it looks like makeup. It does not look like skin until the spraying process. For me, yes, you can spray in the middle of your steps to make it last longer and have longevity and whatnot. For me, I just like to do it at the end. Now, but before I do my highlighter, I am gonna go in with this blue shade right here again to just do my under eyeshadow because it looks a little bit empty. I'm just taking it on a flat brush and I'm just gonna write it all across here, just like that, just to make it a little bit more complete. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm not gonna do too much on my under eye, and then it's gonna be it. Now for highlighters, yes, I have a huge highlighter collection. I am a 2016 highlighter girly through and through. You can never pry a highlighter out of my hands, especially powder highlighters. I really love powder highlighters, but the one I'm trying to pan on is this Jeffree Star Crystal Ball, and you can see the pan I've made on this is quite significant. This is the only highlighter that I have panned, but I will try my best to pan all others as well, and I will not buy any highlighter, no matter how glitter, unless I get sent PR. That'll be the dream if I got sent PR, but I'm not gonna buy one by myself. If somebody wanna send me PR highlighters, I will definitely try it for you, but I'm not gonna personally go out and buy one by myself. Sometimes I use highlighters as eyeshadows as well, so I think it's quite versatile in that way. And highlighter, even though I'm doing a no makeup look, highlighting my inner corner, I will still do it. I can't stop. It's so pretty. It just gives that little twinkle. Gorgeous. So my plan is actually to finish this highlighter by the end of this year. I think I will make a good progress on this because I do use quite a bit, as you can see. But that is it. Lastly, before my setting sprays, this is the only thing I have in my collection that is this style, which is called a brightening powder. I love brightening powders because they're such a nice touch up for your face. If I'm going to touch up my face, I am going to use a brightening powder over foundation powder. Like, I think the one from Hourglass is the one I aim to buy next, because it's just such a nice finishing powder for your face, where it just makes your face more airbrush. So what I did was just blend in the bake, and what I like to do, go in with the same fluffy brush. I'm going in with this pink under eye thing, and I'm just going to brighten my under eyes, and you can see there's a very slight difference. Like, this area looks more bright and airbrush, but there's not much. And I use this quite, at least just once or twice a day. And then I use the yellow one to carve out my cheekbones. Just go on top of my chin, in the middle of my forehead. Really thinking what I'm gonna use as replacements of this. For this one, I think I wouldn't mind getting a pink highlighter. Like, I have an Huda Beauty Easy Bake Blend and Snatch press powder. I think that is what I would say is the close to this kind of texture that I felt. But I always wanted to buy the Kim, long time ago, KKW Beauty used to have this brightening powders that Shannon XO used to talk about, and every time, and she said it's something that in her collection she uses daily and she loves it a lot. I really wanted that one so bad, but she shut down that venture. So was that. For setting powders, I'm quite good at setting powders as well. I usually just use one and keep one in my stock and just buy it as I see the other one is finishing. So once this finish, I'll open the the Wet n Wild one, and once that finishes, once I open that one, I'm gonna immediately look for another setting powder. No, sorry, setting spray. And I bought the one size one for one reason, is that I like to keep a setting powder in my collection that I like to use more than just every day. So that one is like, you can really lock in your makeup, and I've just heard so many testimonies about that setting spray that I just wanted to try it for myself. And this one, I bought it just because it said it was a super hold misting spray and it was matte finish and blah blah. And there's a lot of like talk in the makeup community about like finishing spray, setting spray, blah blah. To me, all setting spray do the same job apart from the one size one. I haven't tried it yet, so once I try it, I will let you know if it really holds the makeup throughout the day. But so far. I really enjoy this one because this one doesn't let my makeup move as much and also melts the powders. You will see the magic in a minute. So always remember, your setting powders, no, your setting sprays need to be an arm's length. They do say keep it 20 to 23 cm away from your face. So for my, like how I think about it is it's arm's length. And then I would just spray everywhere but my eyes because I don't want my eyes to crease. And yes, my skin looks wet right now, but once it dries you will see that all the powders have been melted. While I wait for my setting spray to dry, I like to go in and tight line my eyes with this black kajal. It's smudge proof, waterproof. Don't know about that because I haven't put it through the test. One thing I will say is that it is long lasting. Like once I put it on my eyes, tight line my eyes with it, it will stay put. And I'm quite good with pencil liners or kajals as well because I have one extra because they came in a pack of 2. So I only have one extra of these. So I'll just wait for this to, and I've used quite a bit. I started using this in March and I use it almost every day, and so I did a good job with this. And then what I like to do is go in with a mascara, and for mascara I have 2 extras because I always feel like I don't know why I'm gonna run out of mascara so soon, but I never do. It usually takes me a good 3 months to finish a mascara, and mascara is something I wear every single day, even if I'm going to the beach. So I always like to curl my lashes before putting on mascara because it just holds the curl even better. The mascara I'm using right now is the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes in the shade Super Black. One looks like this. I don't know. I don't like the formula of this because I like the color because it is super black. It says to, like, it will push up your lashes and everything, but it is not volumizing at all, and I like my lashes to be volumizing. This is not it, and it's not, I don't know. I had a Benefit mascara that did better than this. Okay, so I'm just like, because I just have this in my collection and it was a mini size, so I was like, okay, mini size I can go through quite quickly because I use mascaras every day, and that's why I bought. I would say one thing that about this one, that you know, sometimes when you're putting mascara it gets on your eyelid. For this it doesn't do that, but it's really hard to put it on your bottom lashes. Wait for my first coat to dry. Usually when I put mascara on and I'm not in the mood to put on false lashes today or wear a liner, so I will just do 3 coats of mascara. So I like to comb my eyebrows with a eyebrow gel. This is one of the best eyebrow gel that I've ever had because I don't like to do my brows. I like to leave it quite bushy, and I would just cut them, shape them in place, and I just like to keep the natural shape of my brows. Yes, it's not conventional, but this is how I like to do it. So I just like to use a clear brow gel because it does the job well. It just frames the face so well. It keeps it intact. Like once the brow gel is set on my brows, it won't move. My brows won't move. But the only bad thing about this product is that it will, if you put too much, it will have like a transparent film on it. So use it to coat your eyebrows once only. Eyeliner, I have these 2. A brown liquid eyeliner from Maybelline. This is the old packaging, so you know it's old. And then this H&M eyeliner, dip liner ink, and this is old. Okay, and I'm not in the mood to wear eyeliner today, so I'm just gonna skip this. But yeah, I usually don't wear eyeliners because I'm not in the mood for eyeliners when I'm doing like a more neutral look. When I do colorful looks, I like the colors to be there for itself. So this is my third coat of mascara. This is my third coat of mascara. This is how my lashes are looking. Yes, there is a little bit of mascara fallout from there, so that one is very easy to clear up. What I like to do, any kind of spoolie, just brush it away. And there's a little bit of mascara or on top of my lid, like wait, I made a mistake. Don't worry, I'm gonna use the same eyeshadow brush and just cover it on top. And I've just created more mascara fallout, but it's okay. I'm just gonna use the spoolie to brush it away. This is the only bad thing. When you put mascara on, if you put on 3 coats, you are gonna have a little bit of fallout, but it's okay because you can just wipe it away with a spoolie. For lipstick, 3 lip liners, 1 lipstick, 1 gloss, 2 liquid lipsticks, and 1 lip balm. So the lip balm, I try my best to finish it because I'm at home and I can use this lip balm all the time. So I hope I can finish by October. For lipsticks, the only thing I'm so proud of is, and I've made a lot of progress on, is this red lipstick. This is super easy to finish for me and I love wearing red lipstick, so it's gonna be quite, I did use quite a bit of this in the last weekend. Lip liners I'm still trying, and this full lipstick I'm still trying, but you can see that there is a little bit of a dent in here somewhere. There's a little bit of a separation happening. Very little separation happening in here. I hope you can see it. So I'm really proud about that. For this one, there is separation over here as well. So I'm really happy about that. And today I'm just gonna use these 3 lip products to make my lip combo. So I'm starting off with the Sephora lip liner in the shade light brown. This is such a pretty lip liner that for the price, it is really worth it. I think it is inexpensive. It is so pretty. It will match any lip color that doesn't suit you. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by this. Like this peachy nude shade, it doesn't suit me, but because I put that lip liner on, now it will. So what I like to do is put it all over the lip and my lips will become this peachy nude shade. But it's okay. I know it looks a little bit scary right now, but I will go in with the same brown lip liner and just blend it in. Especially with a colorful look, I really love wearing a nude lip. So this is what I do. And then I'm gonna go in with this gloss. It used to be a clear gloss and now it's full of pink color because I keep wearing it and I don't clean it. And I just like to, especially wearing lipstick, I will just put lip gloss on my Cupid's bow and the outline of the center, just to give the illusion I'm wearing lip gloss, and just in the middle, just to give the illusion I'm wearing a lip gloss. But at least if I eat or drink anything, my lip gloss will not spill everywhere. And this lip gloss, you can see, is almost halfway done, and I really like this plumping lip gloss because it doesn't really plump the lips, but it gives like a nice minty feel to it. And I didn't really see a difference when it says it's plumping, but it's a nice gloss, and so that's why I use it. And that's about it. I mean, I have a couple of more products that I want to pan out for this month, as not for this month but just for the rest of the year. I'm starting my project plan with this. I have this one blue eyeliner. I don't know why I bought it. I don't really wear pencil liners like that, but I bought it and now I want to finish it unless it's dry and I don't want to do it anymore. So the next thing was this Fenty Beauty Hyper Metallic Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Gold. Now this is so pretty. I do wear this to highlight my inner corners when I'm wearing eyeliner, but not for today. I will show you this next time. And finally is this palette. This palette is from Instant Look in a Palette Stoned Rose 5-minute face on the go. It is true, it is 5 minutes face on the go, and I've already decluttered the highlighter, not by choice. It actually broke on its own. I think it fell on a surface really hard and it just crashed, and then I was like, let me just throw it away before it messes up my palette. And I do like the bronzer quite a bit. I made quite a divot in this. It's really hard to show you. And then I made a divot in these blushes as well, and I've made points in all of the eyeshadow shades. So I usually use this if I'm like traveling or if I'm sleeping over at someone's house. I will just bring this with me because they have so many, they just have everything in one palette, and I've been trying to use this quite a bit, so I hope I'll be able to finish it. I'll be really sad once it's over because this palette really helps to minimize my packing and I don't have to waste time on bringing 20 different products. But yeah, so hopefully I can finish this. I don't use this quite as often. I only use this when I am, like I said, traveling or on the go, or have quite a bit of travel plans this year. So I really hope I'll be able to make a dent in this, or at least pan something in this. That'll be really exciting. So that's it for my project pan in beauty. I still have a little bit of project pan elsewhere. Apart from makeup, I do have a little bit of a collection in fragrance, hair care, lip balm, and hand creams. Okay, not because I just couldn't help myself from buying it. So some of them I'm pretty good at it, like I only have one more product of it, but others I have a bit more. So I'm gonna start with body care. So for body care, I have this cream from Bath and Body Works. This is the Winter Candy Apple, and it's almost finished. You can hear it. It's almost finished, that I have to store it upside down to get any product out of it. So I'm really excited to open another one. This one I would say I'm pretty good. Usually for scented body creams, I usually buy them as I go and try not to have a huge variety of, because I just like to use normal moisturizing body creams. And for body mists as well, I only have this one, which is the Vanilla Bean Knoll from Bath and Body Works. This smell is so nice. It's very vanilla-y, it's very sweet. And I also have one more from Sol de Janeiro. I just recently bought it because it just smells so good. I love a good body mist if I'm just gonna be at home or just during the daytime. I like to use body mists because they're very light and airy, and then that's why I like to use them. Yes, they don't last the whole day, but I love spritzing my clothes with it, so my clothes smell great and I can smell great. So that's why I use body mist. I'm quite good with it. The Sol de Janeiro one is a little bit up there in price, I would say. So I'm thinking if I should buy another everyday body mist just from Bath and Body Works, because I love it when Bath and Body Works is on a deal, and then you can buy I never buy Bath and Body Works without a deal. Like I will only buy them if they're on a deal. I just like to get more. I just love a good sale, you know? So do that as well, wait for a deal. Okay, so the next collection I have is for hair care products. My hair is very dry because it's been through a lot. It's been through a lot of coloring, bleaching, whatnot. So I always need an after shampoo hair care product, and I like to use like a leave-in conditioner and a serum. For serum, I'm pretty good at it, or an oil, I'm pretty good at it. I just buy them as they finish. But for leave-in conditioner, I have an obsession with them. If I see a leave-in conditioner that's on sale, I will get it. I don't know what's the problem. That's why I've accumulated one sample size and 2 leave-in conditioners, because I thought I didn't have any and I accidentally bought 2. So The good thing about this is this one's almost finishing. So as soon as this one finish, I'll use my sample size one and then go in with the big guy. Yeah, I'm really afraid of using that one. I don't know how I'm gonna finish it though, but we'll see. Okay, and then the next one is hand cream. Do I wear hand cream on a daily basis? Not gonna lie, I only apply hand cream at least once or twice a day. Usually it's a bad habit of me. I know I should use it more often to keep my hands soft, but I just love keeping them around, and that's why I have 3 extra, and that is just sad. I know I should get better at this, and I should just buy them as it finishes, but like I said, it's the hoarder in me. But I'm gonna do better. I'm not gonna buy any more hand cream, because if I know I really use something, I'm not gonna buy it as often. Another thing I'm really bad at: mini size perfumes. Tell me why. Why do I have so many mini perfumes? Yes, I use them every time I go out and like I'm in the bathroom or something, I need a refresh of a perfume, I will use it. But you don't really need so many mini perfumes. Yeah, that is just ridiculous. And mini perfumes, they look mini, but they last a long time, because I'm not the kind of person that will spritz mini perfume everywhere. Usually they just go at the back of my neck, no, back of my ears and my neck and my wrist. That's it. But still, I don't know why I have so many. So I've been trying to finish this for a year and it's still in there. So I hope I can finish it by October. That'll be good. The next thing I would say is lip scrub. This is the Velour lip scrub, and this came out with the Blue Blood collection. Luckily, it is still good, so I can still use it and I don't see any problems with it. I think I only have one more one I've also used quite a bit. I use it every 4th night, so I think I can definitely finish this by the end of October. Last category, perfumes. Bane of my existences. Eyeshadow palettes, lip products, and perfumes. Oh my god, I have so many lip products, I haven't even counted them, but I'll put pictures somewhere up there, and I hope I can, at least by the end of this year, I can go through 1/3 of my lip products. Anyways, talking about perfumes, I have quite a bit of collection. The good thing is not the good thing, I would say, I do wear perfume every day. I just love smelling good. The perfume I'm trying to finish currently, my everyday perfumes, is this perfume from Harf Fragrances. She's a local Hong Kong local owner, and I don't know if she still has any in stock, but she was a fellow beauty creator in Hong Kong. She created a brand. I went to support her. Her perfume is amazing. It's a very heavy bottle. So I was really happy that just to support her business, and that's why I got this perfume, and it was so nice that it has been my everyday perfume, and you can see it's just little bit left. So I'm really excited to finish this. Another perfume that I switch on day to day depending on my mood is this Ali Sab perfume, and this is, yeah, don't know, this is an orange jasmine rose honey. This is a good perfume, I would say. It's not exactly my style, so I don't know how to say this. This is such a refreshing scent, and this one is more of a like citrusy floral scent, and I'm not that into it. Like, I just bought it because the bottle looked cool. So as you can see, I'm quite a bit done with this as well, so excited to finish this. The last one that is going to be very difficult for me to finish is this Kayali perfume, the Elixir 2. I've had this bottle for more than a year, and I've only finished a quarter of it. It smells so good. It is exactly what it says. Red apple, rose de mai absolute, jasmine sabank absolute, vanilla patchouli. It just, I don't wear this on a daily. I wear this if I know I'm gonna go on a night out, or if I'm gonna go out in the evenings, you know, that's when I wear this perfume. But it is so, it smells so good. It is, out of all three, this is the one that lasts you the longest, because a little goes a long way. And so I really hope the next update I give you, I have finished one of the things that I've talked about. Okay, so thank you for watching. I know I have a lot of products. It is not normal to own this many makeup products, and I can see it is a problem. And I would encourage anyone who is watching my video, please proceed and consume products with caution. I am a beauty lover, so that's why I am a beauty product lover. That's why I have built this collection, which is overwhelming for me. But the good thing is, at least I can create content out of it. I think for an everyday person, having this much collection is unnecessary, unless you actually really love makeup, you know? So do with that as you will. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. I hope this video also inspires you to have a project pan for yourself and use up products in your collection as well before you purchase another one. You know, it is really bad for our planet to hoard this many products. Of course, like once the products finishes, Sephora has a good system where you can recycle your beauty products there. Not all of that, but at least majority of them I think you can recycle. If not Sephora, I think Watson's is also doing a recycling campaign. I have tried to recycle at Sephora, and they do accept majority of the beauty products, but they do give you points for more of the high-end products that they have. So not for the products that maybe like Revlon or Maybelline, or like this one, the Absolute Afterglow. They will accept the packaging, but they will not give you points for it. But if you are recycling something like By Terry or the perfume bottles, they will accept it. Do try to recycle your products once you have used them. I know this is a very long video after such a long time. I really hope that you enjoy it. Please like this video. It helps me to know that you enjoyed this content. Please comment on what are your project pan, or is there anything you would like to project pan this year, and let's do it together. I know we can do it. Let me know if you recognize or you still have any of the products that I was using in this video, because I know I have some ancient relics in here. Okay, so that's it for today. See you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video.